Hello, Watam here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Now, I just noticed, going back through to get thumbnails for the past two episodes, that before Satoko being shown tired in the previous episode, she wasn't shown at all in class for the past two episodes. But in any case, ow, that's a loud pissing sound for headphone users. So let's continue in any case. Crying, Sadako slowly walked out into the hallway. After a moment, Rika-chan went after her. I couldn't stop thinking about the words Sadako had spoken while crying. I buried her uncle last night, but she said, this morning. That was impossible. I buried him last night, so she couldn't have seen her uncle this morning. What was Sadako? At that point, I heard Mion's cold voice.
ねえ、ケイちゃん。
He's in trouble.
さとこのおじさんが帰ってこないって。何?
Gulp. I said too much. I let my emotions get the better of me.
レナも聞いたよ。さとこちゃんのおじさんが帰ってこないって言った。
どうして？なんで帰ってこないの？
おかしいよね。だって、今朝もちゃんとさとこちゃんのおじさんはいるんだよ。なのに、なんで帰ってこないなんて言うのかな。
Why indeed?
ケイちゃん、言ってることがさっきから変。
Suddenly, Mion and Rena started to speak in strange and creepy voices. What were they doing? What were they saying? Indeed.
ケイちゃんは、さとこのおじさんがいると、何か都合が悪いことでもあるわけ？
お前らこそ、何を言ってるんだ？
Those eyes.
さとこのおじなんかいない方がいいに決まってるだろうが。
それはもちろんいない方がいいよね。よね。
Hey, both of your eyes. Something wasn't right. Next thing I knew, Mion and Rena were smiling thinly, and their eyes were dark and muddy, in a way that I'd never seen before. And as our eyes met, that mud seemed to fill the air.
さとこのおじは確かに嫌なやつだよね。私もいなくなった方がいいやつだと思うよ。でもさ、いるわけだし、仕方ないじゃない。
Right? Nothing we can do. Something's wrong. Something's clearly wrong here. What the hell is happening? After a moment, a chilly, liquid-like feeling, as though my blood had been mixed with sherbet, crawled up my spine.
仕方ないって。そりゃ、仕方っても、それじゃ、さとこが。
仕方がなければ、どうするのかな。
Ugh. Rena was trying to prompt me to say more. There really was no choice, so I killed him. I killed him to protect Satoko.
それは。
放っておきなよ。そのうち解決しちゃうと思うしさ。
さとこちゃんがおじさんがいるって言ってるんだからいる。
Wait. Hang on. Is there perhaps something else going on? Either like it's some supernatural thing, or Satoko's like traumatically kind of projecting it. But the way in which she said Satoko says her uncle is here, so he's here, kind of implies that he's actually not.
ちゃんと昨日もいたし、 今朝もいる。そうならそうでいいんじゃないかな。
Mion and Reno were speaking unbelievably dismissively. How could they be talking like that? True. I mean, I guess. I was going to say one way which they could prevent a beginning is if he never disappeared, if the uncle never disappeared in the first place. But the uncle has friends. Mion and Reno, they were my friends, and were seriously worried about Sadako's abuse, weren't they? They would never blurt out something like this. And I definitely killed Sadako's uncle. No matter what Sadako or anyone else says, I wouldn't acknowledge it, because him being alive was impossible. There's no way he was alive. It was impossible. And yet, since Sadako herself said he was here, then he was alive. I didn't know why or how, but suddenly Mion and Reno were at my sides, standing there silently.
帰ろうよ、ケイちゃん。
帰ったらね、今日は久しぶりにレナ、宝探しに行くつもりなんだ。みーちゃんも来るんだよ。
ケイちゃんも一緒に行こ
Hmm?
う。もちろん拒否権はないからね。
If words could freeze blood, then there was no doubt that they would have frozen me solid. I could hear it, a layer of thin ice, the sound of all my muscles tensing. With them closely at my sides, we left the school, as if they were police officers taking me away. They talked about silly things the entire way home, like they always did, but they always stood at my sides, as if to prevent me from escaping. This was strange. Everything about this day was strange. Actually, it had been strange ever since the previous night. Yes, thinking back, it had been strange ever since killing Sadako's uncle. That creepy meeting with Takano-san was only the beginning. That insane night was still continuing. Yes, it still hadn't ended.
何？どうしたの、ケイちゃん。急に立ち止まったりして。
ごめん。なんでもないよ。
And I stopped. It was distant, but I definitely heard them. What, footsteps? An extra set of footsteps. That was proof. Proof that the insane night hadn't ended. Mion left where she usually did, and finally came to my house.
じゃあね、ケイチくん。お家で待っててね。レナ、すぐに迎えに行くから。
What was it? Was she inviting me along on one of her oversized garbage treasure hunts at the dam site, right? But why now? Mion coming along was strange too. Mion may have accepted Rena's little hobby, but she hated fishing through garbage, so she'd never come with her before. The location specifically being the dam site was a little creepy. The dam construction site was completely outside the flow of everyday life. It was so remote that no one ever went there unless they thought to in particular. Nobody lived there, and there were no lights, so at night it got dark very quickly. I was being forcibly invited there. There was no reason I had to fear Renner and Mion. No, not at all. No reason at all, except from the times that they tried to kill you. Yeah, you know, bygones be like bygones. Besides, wouldn't the trouble I'd make by refusing them be a pain to deal with? In that way, it didn't seem like going treasure hunting with them was a bad idea. But that insane night was continuing. Haven't the sirens of instinct been wailing in my mind for a while now? Warning me that Renner and Mion were strange? That I needed to be cautious? The warning sirens were so freaking loud, it felt like my head would split in two.
レナ。俺、実はちょっと用事があるんだ。
用事？何の？
なんのって。 用事だよ、用事。
用事ならなんでみーちゃんがいるうちに言ってくれなかったの？みーちゃんとはダム現場で待ち合わせって言って別れちゃった後なのに。
Rena was smiling, but her words made her discomfort clear.
ごめん。ちょっと、言い出すタイミングを逃しちゃって。
本当に？
You're lying, aren't you? You just made that up now, you liar. That's what Rena's eyes said to me.
俺、頭が痛いんだ。
You're making it even more obvious.
風邪かもしれない。だから、病院に行って、薬をもらってきたいんだよ。
本当に？
That wasn't really a lie. My head did hurt a little, so I wasn't lying. I swear, officer, I'm not lying. Rena, she couldn't figure it out if my head hurt or not, just by looking at it.
なら仕方ないね。
After staring me in the eyes for a few moments, she fired a sharp, needle-like stare at me. The tension in my body loosened, and I felt like my knees might buckle.
診療所に行くなら早く行った方がいいと思うよ。あそこたまに早く閉まるから。
ありがとう。そうするよ。
必ず行くんだよ、病院。
行くよ。
本当に行くんだよ。
行く。
It seemed like Rena had realized that I was going to refuse her invitation for a while now. With how serious she looks, she might actually call the clinic later to make sure I went. I don't think she needs to call. I couldn't say anything careless. Lying about getting checked out was just an excuse to decline her request in the first place. It didn't matter whether I actually went. Really?
あ、ちゃんと行くよ。なんなら明日、病院のレシートを持って行ってもいい。
それいいね。必ずもらっておいてね。レナ、明日見るから。
Another tingle started crawling up my back. There was no ignoring it. Rena and Mion must have been monitoring my movements. That wasn't normal. Far from it. All of it was insane. I did what I did because I wanted my peaceful life back. But what on earth was all this? It was far from peaceful. Something had gone mad, leaving the world out of order. With the other Keiichi Maibara. With those creepy footsteps I've been hearing. With Rena and Mion acting so curious. And above all, with him being alive. Where was I? Hinamizawa Village Shishibone. I knew that much. Was this really the Hinamizawa I knew?
おい、前原圭一。ここは、どこなんだ？
I asked, looking around before the front door to face one who's been following in my wake all day. Nobody would have been there, of course. Oh, I was half expecting him to get an answer, to be honest. Keiichi Maibara, huh? That's what I had just called him. Called the one who had been trailing behind me this whole time. That shadowy presence, always clinging to me, like he was constantly watching for the opportunity to change places. Footsteps always following me. There's another impossibility. It couldn't have been a ghost, so it was just impossible. So the strangeness must have been my ears, my head, or Hinamizawa. Everything I could see was the exact same Hinamizawa I knew so well, and that gave me the creeps. Eventually, I decided to actually go to the clinic. I really didn't want to go outside, but a stronger feeling than that desire was the fear Rena might actually be keeping an eye on me to see if I went to the hospital. But before I went to the clinic, there was something I wanted to make sure of. It was at school. I pretended I'd forgotten something. I was going back to the classroom to pick it up. As soon as the thought crossed my mind. I was overwhelmed by paranoia. I was just going to the classroom, but I hated it so much, to be so careful to fake it. After carefully verifying once more that nobody was watching, I went over to the locker. Yes, Satoshi's locker. I committed a crime with the bat I found in this locker, Satoshi's bat. Then, I had thrown the bat into the swamp. Now is it there? Which meant the bat shouldn't have been inside. But, what if? The bat was still in here. It was a very dreadful, incomprehensible idea, but if it was true, it would explain a lot. If the bat was in here, yesterday's events would have all been a delusion. No, an illusion. I mean, he probably could have checked that from his home, because remember, he brought one shovel back, but that was the second shovel, so there should have been another shovel which was missing. Right? I hadn't killed anyone, and I'd gone to the festival. I had a great time rampaging about with everyone. I'd proved that Keiichi my butter was really me. Proof that I was under some strange assumption that I'd killed Satoko's uncle. Proof that it had all been a wild fantasy. That would explain everything. Nothing happened yesterday. I had just gone mad, unable to separate my shocking uncle-killing dream from reality. That would explain everything. If the bat was here, would I be able to accept that reality? If it was here, nothing would have changed. If it was here, it would just mean I'd gone crazy. Preparing myself for the worst, I opened the locker door. I was actually scared of opening it slowly, so I threw it open with a bang. Empty? Just like the first time. The choking scent of smell and sweat, like a stale towel, came flowing out. There was a baseball uniform and some miscellaneous other things, like notebooks. There was also a shoe pouch. And as for the bat, it wasn't here. It was how I left it when I took the bat out. There was no doubt. Yesterday really happened. Now that I knew I wasn't a lunatic, I felt relieved. But at the same time, if I wasn't the crazy one, then Hin Mizawa was. That was evidence of a reality I found just as difficult to accept. There was noise, somehow creeping into everything I saw. The world was losing a tiny bit of colour. So what did I know about last night now? Now that I'd made sure the bat wasn't there, I didn't need to be here anymore. Shall I go? For real? To the hospital? It was my first time going to the hospital, but from what I'd heard, it wasn't far from school. My mum had told me where it was. A big, easy-to-see road went straight there. I went past the shopping street, made a turn. It wasn't overly hard to spot the sign with Iri Clinic written on it. Isn't that the, coach? Iri? There was one other person, an older man, there in the air-conditioned waiting room. I went up to the counter and told them it was my first time here. The man behind the counter glanced at the clock and said there would be a short wait. It was almost 5. Clinic hours would be ending soon. As I sat in this unfamiliar waiting room, isolated from everyone, and let myself feel the cool air, I actually felt relieved. What should I tell the doctor when he comes? I could tell him I had a cold, but I was the very picture of health. Actually, I wanted him to check my head. I wanted someone to confirm for me whether I was really sane or not.
前原圭一さん、診察室へお入りください。
Huh? A voice from the other side of the examination curtain. I thought I'd heard it somewhere before.
こんにちは。
It is the same. Oh, hello.
ここでお会いするのは初めてですね。
監督ってお医者さんだったんですか？
I mean, I guess it makes sense. You certainly coach part-time or something. So it would make sense that he has another job. Now that you mention it, he did seem to know his way around when he was looking at my shoulder in the nurse's office. It makes sense if he was actually a doctor. Come to think of it, our teacher called him Iri-sensei, didn't she?
一応お医者さんなんかやっています。
Hang on. More or less?
お医者さんはいいですよ。若いすべすべなお肌を見放題の触り放題。
You should be fired.
怪しいお注射で自由を奪って私だけの専属メイドに。
You spend too much time in your delusions.
ありがとうございました。今のを見てただけで風邪が治りました。失礼します。ペコリ。
わったったった。前原さん。冗談です。さあ座って診察させてください。
Please, I'd like to file a case of harassment.
聴診器を当てますから前原さんのすべすべのお胸を見せてください。
For some reason, I felt really relieved. After that insane night, as much as I thought everything had gone crazy, Coach was here doing the same thing he always did. I was very happy for that.
風邪ではないようですね。むしろ全身の擦り傷や切り傷の方が痛々しいくらいです。ひょっとして半袖半ズボンで藪の中に入って遊びましたか？切り傷から破傷風菌が入った可能性もないとは言えませんし。
So I was chasing that man last night. I kept being scraped by bits of trees. I didn't realize I had so many cuts.
昨日のお祭りではしゃぎすぎましたね。若いというのはいいことです。
And once again, I apparently went to the festival.
監督も行ったんですよね。お祭り。
ええ、もちろんですよ。私こう見えても綿流しの実行委員会の役員ですからね。
Interesting.
俺に会いましたか？
The coach was the same coach I'd always known. I felt like I could trust him more than my weird friends, so I asked.
実は私本部テントでずっと会長さんたちとお酒を飲んでたんで全然お祭りは見て回ってないんですよ。
Wow.
前原さんには会ってないと思います。
そうですか。
変わった質問をしましたね。ひょっとして今日寝不足ですか？いけませんよ。成長期はよく食べよく寝て育つんですから。
Coach let out a laugh. He didn't laugh in an unnatural way like Neon and Renner did. Coach was okay. He was the coach from the world I knew. He wasn't someone from this abnormal world.
こんな話、きっと変だと思うんですけど、笑わないで聞いてほしいんです。
ねえ、どうぞ。思春期のシャイな悩み、大いに歓迎ですよ。
俺と瓜二つな人間がいるなんてありえますか？
Coach hadn't expected that question at all and couldn't say anything for a moment. But then he smiled calmly and quietly answered.
迷信ですが、世界には自分と全く同じ顔をした人があと2人いるなんて話を聞いたことがありますね。いるならぜひお会いしてみたいものですが。あとおとぎ話にも自分の分身が登場する話がいろいろありますよ。ドイツのおとぎ話に出てくるドッペルのお化けなどは有名です。
ドッペルのお化け？
ええ。自分の姿に瓜二つなんだそうです。不幸の前触れなんだそうで、これに遭ってしまうと 近いうちに死んでしまうみたいな話らしいですよ。
Isn't it if you meet your own doppelganger? When you meet them, you're sure to die soon. The story ended directly in death, plain and simple. It made my spine tingle. Coach wasn't saying it to scare me though. He was just offering a casual anecdote. That made it feel all the more real.
そのお化けがひなみ沢に出るなんて話はありますか？
ええさーて、どうでしょう。
Coach must have thought he was being teased, so he laughed in an exaggerated way. But when I didn't smile along with him, his laughter steadily grew fainter.
すみません。ちょっと真面目な話のつもりだったんで。
I can imagine his laugh just fading away awkwardly as well.
いえ、こっちこそ笑ってすみませんでした。何か気になることでもおありですか？
I wondered if I should tell him. Then, after resolving myself one final time, I slowly spoke.
俺、昨日はお祭りに行っていないんです。
そうでしたか。お祭りは来年もあります。その時また。
そうじゃなくて、俺は祭りに行っていないのに、みんなが言うには俺は祭りにいたらしいんですよ。こんなことってあるんですか？
After blinking his eyes in amazement, Coach thought seriously about what I was trying to say. And he answered, choosing his words carefully.
お話を整理しますね。つまり前原くんは綿流しのお祭りに行ったけど、その記憶がないということですか？
I was trying to say something completely different, but I suppose any sane person would come to that conclusion. That night, Keiichi my brother was actually at the festival, but I was saying I didn't go. That obviously meant my memories of going there had failed me. But that was absolutely impossible. That vivid act I'd committed during the downpour couldn't possibly have been an illusion. All these crepes on my body prove it, as does the fact the bat wasn't in the locker.
いえ、違うんです、監督。俺は本当に祭りに行っていないんです。
気を悪くしないでくださいよ、前原さん。前原さんにはこれまでに気づいたら見知らぬ場所にいたとか、そういう記憶の欠落を経験されたことがありますか？
ないです。それに記憶を失ったとかそういうのじゃない。だってその祭りの時間には別の用事を確かにやっていましたから。寝てて意識がなかったとかそういうのじゃありません。
その用事は間違いなく、大変失礼ですが、何かの思い込みでなく。
It's fair enough.
間違いありません。完全にはっきりとした記憶、いや事実です。
お祭りの時間に神社にいなくて、よそで別の用事をしていた。それをはっきりした形で証明できますか？
That's right. Thinking it through brought me to this. There's only one way to prove that I really wasn't at the festival yesterday. And that was to show there was no doubt I'd killed her uncle. Coach saw me struggling to answer, and his eyes looked a little cold. I guess they would. After all, from Coach's perspective, I was just a weirdo spouting nonsense.
少し横になりましょうか。心を落ち着けて楽にしましょう。
別に横になりに来たわけじゃありません。遠慮します。
少し神経に高ぶりがあるようです。鎮静剤を注射して少し目をつむってみませんか？それで。
俺は異常者じゃない。
Maybe ask for like a exam of some kind? Psycho... whatever the word was again. I realized Coach was treating me like a deviant, so I raised my voice.
気に障ったなら謝ります。 ですからどうか落ち着いて。
俺は絶対に祭りには行っていない。それは本当に間違いないんです。
分かってます。
Hmm.
分かってますから、どうか落ち着いて深呼吸を。
It doesn't sound like he's going to calm down. So I'll leave it there for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time, see ya.